Hello. May I request everyone to kindly please take your seats? We'll start in a minute, please. Please take your seats, everyone. Please take your seats. Good afternoon, everyone. May I request everybody to kindly be seated? Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and distinguished members, a very good afternoon. I'm delighted to extend a warm welcome to each one of you to the new members ceremony. It is our belief at ACCA that the profession of accountancy helps develop fairer economies and plays a vital role in our growth. We are grounded in 120 years this year of providing value for the profession, business community, and the society at large through a qualification which is innovative, relevant, and of the highest standard. Today, we celebrate those young minds who have ventured into our world of ACCA, have successfully completed their qualification, and today they join over 240,000 members globally. To commence our event, please join me in welcoming to the stage Mr. Mohammad Sajid Khan, Director, India ACCA, for the welcome note. Mohammad Sajid Khan is Director, India at ACCA. His current role builds on over 16 years of experience working for ACCA, where he has gained considerable experience in projects that develop and sustain the accountancy profession, working with partners and other stakeholders to meet the demand for professional accountants across growing economies. Presently, Sajid's primary focus is on leading the professional body's strategy in India so that ACCA can make a substantive contribution to the rapid development of the Indian economy. Please put your hands together and let's give a warm welcome to Sajid on the stage.
Thank you, Barsha. Very good afternoon to you all. On behalf of ACCA and my entire team, I'm delighted to welcome you all to this new membership ceremony. It's such a great pleasure to see many of our stakeholders here today with us. We have, as you know, today the new ACCA members with their families, FCCAs who have got fellowship with their families, the rank holders and their families, our education partners, learning partners, university and college partners, those who have come all the way from different parts of the country to be here with us. I welcome them all to the membership ceremony. Also, I would like to welcome a warm welcome to those who have joined us virtually online through different social media channels as well. We are honored to have with us ACCA's Global Vice President, Melanie Profit, who has come all the way from London to be here part of this event. Welcome, Melanie. It's a great honor and pleasure to welcome our distinguished guest, Dr. Amar Patnaik, Member of Parliament, Rajya Sabha, and also Sri Subhash Chandra Garg, who is the former and ex-Secretary, Finance and Economic Affairs of Government of India, who are here there with us. Welcome to India. It's a great pleasure to also welcome Professor Narayana Swamy, part-time member of NFRA, National Financial Reporting Authority, and is also formerly faculty of IIM Bangalore. Welcome, Professor Narayana. Today, we also have with us Mr. Dinesh Jangid, who is the first elected council member on ACCA Global Council from India. And also we have Mr. George Varghese, who is the representative from India on the ACCA International Assembly. Welcome, Dinesh, and welcome, George. And we also have other stakeholders, senior members, Sanjay Dwivedi, Sumati Mohanani, and others. And also we have Ms. Karuna Munshi, Director of Sri Satya Sai Vidya Vahini NGO. You will hear about it shortly. Welcome, Ms. Karuna. Every year I look forward to this opportunity and this day, in fact, because for all of us at ACCA, it's a great feeling and, in fact, very rewarding to see our ACCA members being recognized for all the work they have put in over the years to not only meet the rigorous requirements of ACCA exams, but also the requirements of ACCA membership. And we know that what an important milestone this is in your careers. So many, many congratulations not only to you, but also to all those who have helped you in becoming a ACCA member. Your parents, your family members, friends, tutors, employers, and all others. And I should say that you are achieving this prestigious ACCA membership at a very exciting time when the demand for professional accountants is increasing, not only here in India, but also across the globe. And in this rapidly changing and increasingly complex business environment, everyone is looking up to the professional accountants like you as the force for good. And we also know that this time, today, the world is facing pivotal changes with economic, social, environmental, and political problems coming all together at the same time. But given the global nature of accountancy profession and the central role professional accountants play in every organization, we believe that the accountancy profession is uniquely placed to drive that positive change and also help in building a better world. Now, as ACCA members, we believe you are well placed to thrive in this dynamic environment with the knowledge, skills, and competencies to navigate the challenges and opportunities of today and tomorrow. I would urge you to make the most of your membership, and of course, please continue to develop your knowledge and skills throughout your career. And as ACCA member, you have access to a range of resources from ACCA, including the CPD opportunities, networking events, technical insights. So please do use all those resources and be an active member of ACCA community in India. Now, when I say ACCA community in India, I would like to also take this opportunity to thank all the members who are active members of the community and contributing back to the ACCA public value agenda. And you will hear of some of the initiatives, what we are doing and what they are helping with in terms of leading the public value agenda. So many thanks to all the members. And also many thanks to the members of the ACCA Member Advisory Committee for all their ongoing support to the team. And before I conclude my welcome note, I would like to sincerely thank all our think tanks like Dr. Amar Patnaik and Sri Subhash Chandra Garg, and also our learning providers, our university partners, employers who work very closely with us, our senior members, for working very closely with ACCA and helping our young nationals achieve their career aspirations. And working closely with us, they're also helping us to develop the profession which India and the world needs. So we are committed to working with them and making our best possible contribution to the economic development of this great nation. So many congratulations once again to you all, and I wish you all the best and every success in your career as professional accountants. Thank you.
Thank you, Sajid, for the warm welcome. May I now request Melanie Prophet to deliver the keynote address. Melanie Prophet, Vice President and Global Council Member, ACCA, is the CFO of 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒕𝒆𝒅 Estate, a private estate in Cotswolds, which is home to 3 luxury hotels. Her role extends beyond financial stewardship, being responsible for all aspects of financial management, statutory reporting, taxation, legal, IT, sales and marketing, and company secretarial duties. Melanie has built on her ACCA qualification with an MBA from Warwick Business School and postgraduate diploma in sales and marketing from the Chartered Institute of Marketing. She has gained valuable business experience that encompasses general, commercial, and financial management across a range of market sectors, including hospitality, healthcare, print and packaging, automotive, and heavy engineering. As a strong advocate of ACCA, Melanie is extremely proud of the diversity of ACCA's membership, the high ethical standards, and the opportunities that are created for all of its members. Let's give a big round of applause to Melanie.
Hello to you all. I'm so happy to be here with you this afternoon to congratulate all of our new members, FCCAs, and all your families as we celebrate this magnificent achievements in reaching this new landmark in your career. I'd also like to pay tribute to our future members who scored the top 3 ranks globally in 2023. We honour their amazing accomplishment today. And it is my pleasure to welcome you to ACCA. It's 120 years old this year, and it's the greatest professional accountancy body in the world. And most of all, welcome to our ACCA family, because today you join much more than a business association. You join a worldwide community of like-minded people, numbering more than 750,000 across 181 different countries. A family of many languages, but one voice. A family that unites us across continents and cultures, unites us behind a set of common values of integrity, innovation, and inclusion. I'm often asked what's so special about ACCA. I'm asked why should anyone bother with all those years of study? What's it all for? Well, my answer is simple, and you can sum it up in 3 Ps. They are purpose, people, and professionalism. The first one, purpose, is huge. It's huge because it goes at the heart of what ACCA is all about. It's about the why, not the what of our work or our culture. It's about and that distinction is vital. It's important to appreciate that. It's the knowledge that as well as making a good living, ACCA members are dedicated to pursuing careers with a richer meaning and greater personal reward. It's the knowledge that working with purpose sustains you, motivates you, inspires you, and keeps you fresh, energetic, and sharp. It's where the genius of ACCA is clear. We were founded in 1904 with the grand aim, revolutionary in its day, of uniting accountants to serve for a force of public good. That's the why of our foundation and our existence, and I'm proud to say it still is. We haven't changed a syllable since. The consistency and the clarity of that vision remains our guiding light. It remains our pole star, our magnetic north. The concept of public good takes many forms, and there's no right way to achieve it. There are many ways to contribute to the ideal, as there are ACCA members, and I know that you'll find the best way in your own life and your own career. Our second P is people, and it's people like you, our members, who make ACCA truly special. We are united by an ethical outlook and a dedication to sustainable business, which brings more opportunity, stability, and security for all people, whoever and wherever you are in the world. I'm full of optimism about that, because I have faith in your integrity and ability, and in the quality of your training and education. The new world demands new talents, new skills, new thinking. And this opens the door wide to accountants like you with ambition, dedication, and vision. So finally, our third P, professionalism. And all I need to do to emphasise the power of this quality is to invite you to spend time with your fellow members, to appreciate the immense contribution they all make in building the accountancy profession and in serving sustainable businesses, their communities, and the public good. So finally, a plea. Remember that ACCA is here to support members and future members in so many ways. Your ACCA education and training ensures you're future ready for the changes that are coming to technology. ACCA supports your professional development through CPD, especially in sustainability and emerging technologies. Our ACCA Learning and Professional Insights work focuses on sustainability to support employers, businesses, governments, and regulatory bodies. And your ACCA education ensures that you are ready and able to think and work creatively, imaginatively, and intuitively, always looking ahead, always responding to the ever-changing demands of business and employers, playing a key role in advancing the entrepreneurship qualities that build the sustainable organisation on which the world future rests. Please remember that ACCA is a members' organisation. It's your organisation. So get involved, whether that's on a local panel or advocating for ACCA and our profession in schools or colleges, sharing our posts on social media, or maybe one day in a global role. There are a million ways to take part. Vote in our global council elections, and whenever or wherever you are, use those 4 letters after your name that you've worked so hard to achieve. Use them on business cards, email signatures, LinkedIn profiles. Shout out to the world and share that I began with today. I am an ACCA member and part of the world's greatest professional accountancy body in the world. So warm congratulations and thank you so much.
Thank you, Melanie. As with every sector, sustainability and technological advancements are the 2 key trends driving changes and shaping the future of accountancy and finance. With this as the background, today we have with us eminent guests who will discuss the emerging trends in sustainability and technology and how these will shape the future of accountancy and finance. May I call upon 𝒎𝒔𝒕, who will be moderating the session. It is also with great honor that I invite Dr. Amar Patnaik, Honorable Member of Parliament and Member of Parliament Standing Committee on Finance, Public Undertaking and Subordinate Legislation. Dr. Amar Patnaik is Member of Parliament in the Rajya Sabha from Orissa, representing the Biju Janata Dal. He is also the party's national spokesperson and the head of party's IT wing. Before becoming an MP, Dr. Patnaik had a long and illustrious career in the Indian civil services and had served as a former Indian Audit and Accounts Service officer under the Comptroller and Auditor General of India. Dr. Patnaik has also worked with the United Nations and the World Bank for global external audit assignments and has been the team leader of India's external audit mission to several countries. His academic qualifications include a bachelor's degree in physics from St. Stephen's College in Delhi University, an MBA in Finance and Systems from Xavier's Institute of Management, Bhubaneswar, and master's program in the Kennedy School of Government, Harvard University. He was also British Chevening Gurukul Scholar in 2013 to pursue studies at London School of Economics. Dr. Patnaik completed his PhD from XIMB Bhubaneswar. Dr. Patnaik has worked extensively on issues of power asymmetry in rural India, law, technology, and an emphasis on privacy and data protection, corporate and government affairs, and environmental and climate concerns. We are also privileged to invite Dr. Patnaik, may I have you on the stage, sir? We are also privileged to invite Mr. Subhash Chandra Garg, former Finance and Economic Affairs Secretary at the Ministry of Finance. Before he took the voluntary retirement, Mr. Garg served as Secretary, Department of Economic Affairs, Government of India from July 2017 to July 2019, which also included a tenure as Finance Secretary. He was Executive Director, World Bank Group, representing India, Bangladesh, Bhutan, and Sri Lanka during 2014 to 2017. Mr. Garg has authored 3 books, The $10 Trillion Dream, The State of Indian Economy, and the Policy Reform Agenda, published by Penguin. Subhash Chandra Garg's explanation and commentary on Budget 23-24, published in April 2023, and We Also Make Policy, an insider's account of how Finance Ministry functions, published by HarperCollins in October 2023. Garg is also a member of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India and is also a qualified company secretary. He incidentally topped both the institutions in the intermediate and final examinations, respectively. Garg writes and comments on issues of economic finance and budgetary policy regularly, which are available on his social profiles. May I also welcome Melanie Prophet to be a part of the panel discussion. Welcome to all of our speakers, and over to you, Sajid, as you begin the discussion.
Thank you, Varsha. First of all, a very warm welcome to
here, but globally. On the issue of sustainability, as you said very correctly, now it's all-pervading. It's there everywhere. We keep asking in parliamentary committees, every company that I come across, being a member of the public committee and public undertakings, the state PSUs, whether do you have a decarbonization plan? Do you have a vision to reach that particular path by which particular year or which particular date? Is it marrying with the net zero plans that India has? Now, these kind of questions are now being asked even to an organization like Power Finance Corporation or somebody like who is not even in manufacturing. Everywhere we ask this question. And therefore, I think this concept has to be a part and parcel of the profession of accountants and finance professionals. Where are the areas where they can actually, I've spoken about this to Institute of Chartered Accountants of India as well, that where are the areas in which their role would be felt by the company or by the board of directors. The most important thing is to recognize where are the points where the emissions, carbon emissions are taking place. And then you have to measure. You have to account for it. You have to report, and then you have to also verify, as they say, MRV, measurement, reporting, and verification. I think that's an area in which no company, no organization, including the government, can move ahead unless the finance and accounting professionals are made a part of that particular exercise of measurement, reporting, and evaluation. I know that in some cases in Supreme Court, there are companies whose balance sheet mentions about carbon credits accumulated below the balance sheet, below the line items. I'm looking forward to a time when, because of national carbon accounting system, about which I've written again in the Hindu probably last month, that a time will come when people will not just be talking about economic GDP, but they would also be talking about a carbon GDP maybe, in which the green pathway to growth would be well laid out. And all this is not possible without the support of the financial professionals, and particularly the chartered accountants and accounting professionals. So I think this is an emerging area which is very much going to be a part of the business plan of every organization worth its name, including the government. And therefore, they have a great role to not only perform these actions, but also develop the reporting standards. I know you have the IFRS Sustainability 1 standards, Sustainability 2 standards, climate-related standards. But as we grow, I think they would get finer, they will get sharper, and chartered accountants, the ACCA members here, for example, they would be required to bring in the global practices into the Indian, accounting ecosystem and take this forward. So I think this is broadly the area.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Patnaik, and of course sharing some emerging trends from India, but also highlighting the fact that it is a part and parcel of the profession. We all have to. In fact, it is a way of doing business and way of life. Yeah, thank you, Patnaik. Moving on to Melanie for the next question on similar lines. As we know that AI and other technologies are transforming the accountancy and business landscape. So what do you think are the emerging trends in technology which professions should be aware of?
Thank you. Yeah, and Wait, is that working?
Yes.
Good. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of discussion around artificial intelligence, generally in terms of how it's going to sort of impact through the lens of the accountancy and the financial professionals. And, you know, ACCA have done some great research. So just a bit of a plug for some of the things that we've done. There's a great piece of research called about digital horizons, technology innovation, and the future of accounting. And I think in there, you know, there's some key trends that we highlight in terms of what it means for the accountancy and finance. And I suppose if I can just sort of call some of those out, big data, you know, in the accountancy profession, data analytics, and the basis of detection of anomalies and inconsistencies. So I think we'll see that where, you know, for example, you can do a lot of analytics on identifying patterns or trends where it might suggest fraudulent activity. There's also the Internet of Things, where we can see technology providing real-time data for improving decision making. VR and AR, where we can sort of overlay that on physical assets during an audit. Digital twinning with financial planning. Lots of buzzwords here, isn't there? But it's all written in this paper if you want to read more about it. Computer vision in accountancy. Computer vision could automate tasks such as receipt and invoice scanning. We're seeing that already. Connectivity and networking, improving connections with faster data and analysts and support remote working. Again, we're seeing a lot of that already. Advancing robotics and using manufacturing processes can increase productivity. Blockchain, this is another one we call out in accountancy, could revolutionize the audit, providing verifiable and tamper-proof records. And then let's not forget artificial intelligence and machine learning. Enabling the adaptive predictive power that advance our ability to recognize and detect patterns. So I think there's a lot that's going to, you know, sort of evolve over the coming times, but we need to be equipped with those. So, yeah.
Thank you, Melanie, for highlighting the emerging trends in AI and technology. And with that, I'll come to Mr. Subhash Garg for the next question. As you know that India's journey towards becoming a developed nation is being powered by digital transformation. And that's the reason why everyone is focusing on it. The government and the businesses, they're focusing on digital transformation. The question is, this rapid adoption of digital technology into accountancy and finance, how is it shaping and changing the role of professional accountants, and what should they do to support this digital transformation of India?
Thank you very much. I think besides sustainability, which is sort of taking care of the carbon, other pollutants, etc., which are produced as part of the production process of goods and services, where the accountants basically do the accounting and the auditing thereof. The digital trend is as important as the sustainability trend is. The whole world is digitalizing. The entire process of production of goods and services is getting digitalized all over the world. And in that effort, with India clearly aiming to be now to be a $10 trillion economy, or a Viksit Bharat, or a developed Bharat as the notion is being expressed, has to make the biggest use of this digitalization transformation which is going around. In my judgment, the industrial revolution in last 150, 200 years actually provided the biggest opportunity for the countries to sort of forge ahead, become developed, transformed from the agricultural age to the industrial age by increasingly producing better and better machines and using better and better machines to produce better and better goods and services. Unfortunately, we did not do well in that transformation. But this is the third opportunity now coming when you becoming digital. I think we can't miss this opportunity very well at all if you want to be amongst the developed and the best nations. In my understanding, there are 3 or 4 main sort of dimensions or aspects of the digital transformation. One is your ability to produce digital machines instead of earlier physical machines. Now with the use of increased semiconducting power, increased applications, algorithm and other powers, so produce those machines which are intelligent, which are very fast delivery, which can do much better production of goods, digital goods and the services. So that's one aspect which is more expressed in the form of our ambition to become a semiconductor producing nation of the world, in the ability to produce best of the software and all. I think there we have not done as well, and we are perhaps not doing as well as we should be doing. Semiconductors production is a very challenging, very sophisticated kind of thing. But there in the design aspects of it, designing the semiconductors, producing the right kind of software programs and all, we seem to be doing much better, and we have tremendous potential to do it. The next aspect is where you converting these services into digital services, what we see in the form of e-commerce or payment systems, fintechs, health techs and other kind of things happening all around. Here, in certain respects, we have done very well. For example, our payment system transformation, UPI, everyone has heard about the kind of big difference it is making into payments and all. We have done very well. But we have, again, not done in building massive platforms in other aspects like trading. So Amazons of the world have much bigger sort of platforms, because in the digital world, the platform and the network effect which it brings out makes all the difference. Unless you have that kind of ability to forge ahead. So we should be doing much better as we go along in transforming the services, fintech, health tech and others, but at the same time we should try to build global platforms. And the last aspect of digital transformation in my mind is the delivery of digital or information technology services. There, as you know, we are the global leader. We have been for quite some time now, for 20 odd years plus. We have done very well. We are the largest exporter of the information technology services. We are expanding now very well into cloud-based services, software as services and all. There we are doing, but that space is becoming highly competitive in the world in times to come. So I think if we are able to figure out the entire dimensional strategy of the digital space, we will perhaps do much better and utilize the full potential. The last point I would like to make is about what you asked me, about the impact or the implications for the accounting professions. In my sense or assessment, with the transformation of the global production system and the sharing of value, which the accountants do it, and their certification depends on how much should the labor get it, how much should the profit go, and what should the government get as taxes. That all depends on the accounting professions in the form of the financial accounts they keep, as well as the auditing, which is certification thereof. Now with the economy or the production and the sharing system becoming digital, the accountants have also to become digital. There is no escape. I don't think any accounting profession can survive living in the physical world today, or you can perform a good job in auditing without being very comfortable and proficient in the digital tools. So there I think the profession should develop how to better do the accounting in digital formats and systems, and how do you do better auditing in terms of digital auditing. Finally, even finance is becoming increasingly digital. So your finance function also, including what you mentioned about the blockchain and all, because increasingly, perhaps the finance will move in decentralized finance and other things. So your ability to master the finance in the digital world would also make all the difference. I think that's what my sense is. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Garg. Thank you, Mr. Yes, Dr. Amar.
So I'm just trying to supplement what Mr. Garg said. See, because of the explosion of digital ecosystem in our country, there are a couple of things that I would like to put before you. First of all, despite a digital illiteracy of about 25%, the digital adoption rate of India is the second highest in the world. People do not know what's there in that black box, but they're adopting it. Now, many companies, let's say InsurTech and FinTech companies, because I'm invested in the regulation aspect, so I'm talking from experience, face this problem of how to really account for all these transactions. Because of peer-to-peer technology, peer-to-peer without any Web3 or blockchain, you will probably not be able to find a clear audit trail. You will also not be able to probably trace a transaction post hoc. Now, these are challenges which I think the accounting professions and finance professions will have to face. And also because India is really, I think, we have the second largest number of startups in the world now, or the third. The innovation, ecosystem is really blossoming. Now, in such a situation, regulations would never be able to catch up with technological progress. So you'll find several areas, they keep coming to me, where RBI has probably not given an approval, but they are already operating an open system. Payment and Settlement System Act. So many of the acts will also probably be outdated by the time you're doing an auditing, because technology is galloping. And these will be the challenges which I think the accounting and finance professionals will have to face. Not just here, but I think globally. In India, much more, because the amount of data that is generated, the growth that is taking place in the digital space is enormous. And therefore, the challenges would be enormous. There will be issues relating to privacy. There will be issues relating for which a new law has been passed. There will be a Digital Markets Act equivalent, which is the Digital Competition Act coming in. So you'll find that accounting professionals and finance professionals will really be really smart to update, as you were saying in a speech, to upgrade their knowledge almost on a daily basis to be able to render advice to companies and their clients. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Patnaik, for adding and for sharing your views on the challenges the professional accountants may face. And also, Mr. Garg, thank you for sharing your views on the impact on the professional accountants. And you have made one point very clear, that if they have to play their role effectively, they have to upskill and also prepare for playing that challenging role, which Dr. Patnaik also mentioned. With that, I'll come to Dr. Patnaik for the next question. As you know, that globally we can see there are several ESG and sustainability trends going on. At the same time, enterprises in India, they're focusing on embracing sustainability reporting for value creation, for transparency, and of course for positive impact. And at the same time, we can see that the regulatory landscape we just mentioned about, it's evolving. We could great to hear from you what exactly is the current status of the regulatory landscape and how it is evolving, and what is the role of regulators like SEBI and all.
As far as ESG is concerned, all of us know that the 𝒎𝒑, that is Securities and Exchange Board of India, has prescribed that the top 1,000 companies by market capitalization need to disclose ESG in that particular there's a particular form which has been prescribed in which they have to make ESG related disclosures. They are business responsibility and sustainability reporting standards. They are constantly being upgraded. Again, during several depositions of 𝒎𝒑 before the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Finance, where I am a member, we have seen that 𝒎𝒑 itself as a regulator was not geared up it had prescribed the standard disclosures, but to gear up to inspect, as I said, it is not just measurement, it has to be reported and verified to be true. Now that's where the role of chartered accountants and finance professionals will have to come to. Now this is evolving. The 𝒎𝒑's current intellectual capital to address this issue is grossly deficient, and that's by their own admission. But it is evolving. Metrics are being brought in from international frameworks into the ESG disclosure norms that the 𝒎𝒑 has prescribed. What is more important is that most of the investments that's coming to India, particularly from Europe, are asking for these ESG compliances. And therefore, I think this particular field will again move very fast. Here, the evaluation is not just a question of prescribing the KPIs or the metrics. Once again, it's the verification and giving a certificate of confidence to the investor would be very important. And that's where I think the role of the current lot of professional chartered accountants will come in. The second aspect is that as far as regulations on ESG are concerned, the Government of India and the Ministry of Corporate Affairs is also thinking in terms of bringing something out in consultation with the Ministry of Forest, Environment and Climate Change. We have an ESG guidelines you would have seen of the Ministry of Forest, Environment and Climate Change. In fact, I was fortunate to be a part of that consultation process. But once again, the metrics are not clearly there. The measurement standards have not been laid out. The processes have not been laid out. So there is a lot of work to be done there, and that's actually a green field for all of you.
Thank you, Dr. Patnaik. Good to know the challenges and the evolving landscape of regulation. With that, I'll move to Melanie for the next question. Melanie, as you know, AI continues to evolve. So I'd like to hear your views as to how can the professional accountants leverage AI and other technologies to deal with sustainability challenges like scarcity resources and, of course, climate change adaptation.
Yeah, thank you. And I think, it builds on what we're talking about here in terms of, we're going to pay, the finance profession is going to play a vital role in these measurements and validating this data. But I do think that the AI will help to use our resources more efficiently and effectively. And it will take, as I touched on earlier, it will sort of do some of the processing for us. I think, again, building on the conversation we're having, it's almost like learning a new language, and that trust in terms of what the data is showing us. And I think, it really sort of highlights where the accountancy and financial professionals' expertise will be in demand going forward. Critically, as we sort of look at the impact on sustainability and reporting and validating it, and using technology to help us track and improve the performance. So it's not just about measuring it, it's actually seeing improvement on those. But I think, sort of leveraging our financial reporting skill set. We're used to reporting data that's consumed by non-financial professionals. So I think with the use of AI, we can accelerate that transition and report creating value. So I think really there's been, again, another piece of research that ACCA have done around the future and evolving role of CFOs and being more of a chief value officer. So again, how are we capturing the value that's being generated by businesses and using technology as a particular part of that. I think the financial function within businesses will assume the responsibility for reporting on the sustainability agenda, but that will be with interrogating the data and using AI to support decision making and building sustainable organisations. So again, looking to create that long-term value, taking into consideration all aspects of ESG, and not forgetting the S in there as well in terms of the social impact. So,
yeah, thank you, Melanie, for sharing your thoughts on how they can leverage the technology. And with that, I'll come to Mr. Garg for the next question. We have some future professionals in the room as well as people have joined online and who are looking forward to preparing themselves for the accountancy profession, which, as we know, is being shaped by technology and sustainability. So what is your advice for them? How do they prepare for this profession which is being shaped?
So thank you very much for asking this question. I think this question needs to be understood from the perspective of the students as well as the profession bodies. Because I don't think the students are in a position to decide for themselves how the entire thing will shape out in the future. That is the job the institutions like ACCA will need to do it. So I would try to answer it from that perspective. As we were discussing earlier, primarily the two functions, the accounting functions and the finance function is what they are expected to sort of discharge in times to come. So from the accounting perspective, you see, my sense is that the way the accounting profession has evolved over last 100 years or so is primarily to capture the financial value of the goods and services produced in the economy. Again, primarily by the companies who have become globally the principal instrument of creating value. The value is created much less in households now, as was the case prior to the Industrial Revolution. But after the Industrial Revolution, even if you look at Indian manufacturing data, 90% of value actually is created by the companies, the corporates. So, and there we were doing primarily the financial value capturing. That's what their job was, that how much the raw material cost, what did interest cost to us, what is the labor cost, and what is the value you get in terms of prices for the services and the goods produced. That is what the focus was. And in this system, unfortunately, the side effects of the production system were not accounted for. What sustainability or the ESG business now coming up in the world is essentially the side effects and the byproducts which were not properly accounted for. What is carbon emissions, or what is the other effluents like NOx and the SOx and other kind of things which are produced along with the production process? These are the side byproducts of the process. But these were socialized. These were, the companies would simply emit them into the atmosphere or through their drains or whatever, whether through water, air and all. And there was no responsibility on the companies to pay for that or to reduce that. And therefore the accountants were also not counting it, right? And in my understanding, no professional body, by the way, whether it is the institution of public accountants, or the ACCA or the chartered accountants, etc., ever bothered that you should account for it, right, for this. Even now, what I see as a problem, Dr. Amar was describing about SEBI prescribing the reporting requirement. Likewise, many of the international bodies are also prescribing the reporting requirement today. But reporting requirement is not part of the main accounting system, right? Why are the professional bodies not looking to mainstream the accounting of the environmental side of it? So that is something which I think the institutions must do it first. Like, in a way, if I may suggest, like you, all of you are familiar with the GST, which is basically the value added in the process of production, output minus inputs, etc., and you account it very well, on which the GST or the tax is paid. Likewise, it's possible to sort of build a carbon or the environmental emissions outputted and inputted. If you can build an accounting chain, we can very easily capture what is the environmental footprint of each of the company. But why is no institution prescribing this? And then we are expecting the companies to report their carbon footprint, which they do it because they have to comply with it. So I would very seriously suggest that the institutions work very strongly on building the accounting of the carbon and the other effluents. In fact, at the same time, the other two constituents of the ESG, which is part bogey in my judgment, the social and the government, the governance is something which is not fit for accounting. I don't know what accountants can do about governance. Right? That's a very different matter. Why are we expecting accountants to spend time on the governance issues? That is something very different issues. Social is somewhere in between. So the labor welfare, labor cost, etc., is something which should be accounted for. But the other aspects, whether there is an equality into wages of the males and females, and etc., that kind of thing is again not fit for very accounting. So my suggestion to you, you are the vice president of ACCA, think very deeply and strategically about what the ESG requirement or what aspect of the ESG notion should the accountants be concerned about and capture. And then, to answer what you say, I think the accountants would be, they're professionals. They would develop understanding and skills about accounting the carbon and other footprints as well as the limited social dimension. If they're clearly defined in terms of standards and other things, they will be able to do it. The matrix is available, standards are available, lay down process. They are very well doing financial value capturing. I don't think there is any doubt about this, right? So that is where I think they'll do a great job. In fact, you will enable them to do their jobs better if there is a clarity, there is a good standard about how do you value the carbon. Is there any standard today? We have very different kind of things going around, carbon pricing, carbon credits, somewhere somebody is doing something, but there is no standard way of doing it. So I would suggest you can help them better if you do your job better. Thank you very much.
Indeed, it is, IFRS, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Garg, and just to add that, this is a very happening space, and as Dr. Patnaik was saying, that we are all catching up like regulators, but there is a lot of already progress in this area. And the two standards already there, Yes, Minister.
By the way, my sense is that the standard setters will always catch up.
Yeah.
The innovators are always far ahead.
Yes.
So the world will keep innovating,
Exactly.
developing. The standards setting people will try to catch up.
Certainly.
And when things mature, when the innovations mature, at that stage, there is a clarity about both, that now we have a stable system, and the regulators and the standard setters can now set the rules of the games more clearly, which are well understood by everyone. So there is no need to be this is the nature of things.
Yeah.
The change is always brought about by the innovators. The regulators catch up. That's fine. That's not a problem.
Certainly. Thank you, Mr. Garg. And before we conclude, just I want to come back to all of you one by one. And if you can share your closing remarks in terms of any tips or advice or any closing thoughts that you can have. Dr. Amar, we can start.
Upgrade, upskill your knowledge base all the time. As far as sustainability is concerned, as Mr. Garg was saying, you yourself, the ACCA itself, has to contribute to the development and continuous upgradation of the standards themselves. Develop the ecosystem. Then secondly, as professionals, you will probably now have to advise the company, advise your organizations, clients about strategies for sustainability, strategies for greening their systems. And only at every stage, you will probably have to also advise them on transitioning. Now, if you are transitioning, you will need finance, or what you call as a green finance or climate finance, at whatever level. Now, again, there you will have to tell them whether to tap into the green bonds of the Government of India, whether to do something else differently. So a whole lot of upgradation and upscaling of knowledge is required, which would probably go much beyond the accounting and finance knowledge. As I said, on top of it, there is, as it was discussed, is technology there. Everything is being driven by technology, which is having innate problem of traceability, innate problem of a very well-defined audit trail. So accounting professionals, it's not actually, I don't look at it as a challenge. I think all of you are smart enough to get into this and master this thing in such a way that you will be able to strategize, help companies strategize into achieving their net zero goals. In India, net zero by 2070, other countries would have been other dates, but that's the global target. And that's the way world is going forward. It's not going to stop. So if you continue to upgrade your knowledge in these areas, I think it is going to keep you in good state. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Patnaik. Very useful advice. Mr. Garg?
I think I have said enough, but I'll just say two things more. The best ability which the accountants bring to the table is to ask questions. So you should ask a lot of questions. And in those questions should be your demand to make the system better, predictable, understandable, and don't leave it until that gets done. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Garg. Great advice. Ask the questions. And great leaders ask great questions. Thank you. Eleni?
Well, the beauty of going last is that the other two have just said what I was going to say. But anyway, I would say, keep your skills up to date. Data literacy is clearly going to be something that we need to stay on top of. Stay curious. Keep asking the questions. That's something I've always said. I think it's going to be necessary to understand the basics of machine learning. So I think, again, that black box, let's think about what's in there. I think the other thing is communication skills. They're going to be increasingly important as we need to sort of translate this data and help businesses make good decisions and influence policymakers. I think about the big picture. think about the fact that business is no longer just about profit. It's about the impact it has on the environment in which it's operating, so, and the society. So they were my 4 takeaways, but 2 were already there.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Melanie. Very useful. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Patnaik, Mr. Garg, and Melanie, for sharing your insights and views. It was very wonderful to have the discussion. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Melanie.
I would request all our eminent guests to remain on the stage for a few minutes for the next segment. In this segment, ACCA is delighted to launch the Founder's Guide for Startups and Entrepreneurs, developed in collaboration with industry experts and our esteemed members. This comprehensive resource unveils the keys to financial success for startups. Along with our esteemed guests on the stage, I would also like to invite another eminent guest, Professor R. 𝒎𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏𝒏 Swamy is currently a member of India's independent accountant regulator, the NFRA, and a former professor of finance and control at the Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore. Professor Narayan Swamy has authored many books in the areas of regulatory and regulatory committees. He's a graduate in commerce of St. Joseph's College, University of Madras, and has a PhD in accounting from the University of New South Wales, Sydney. May I request all of you to kindly unveil the report. All our guests for their time today and for their insightful discussions. A token of thanks from ACCA to all our guests, please. Let's hear a big round of applause, please, for all our eminent guests. Thank you. Now I would like to invite Professor Narayan Swamy for a special address on role of finance and accounting professionals to boost entrepreneurship in India. Please, let's hear a round of applause for Professor Narayan Swamy.
Good afternoon. I am delighted to address the new member ceremony of ACCA. I am grateful to the ACCA for inviting me to be present and be part of this very special event. Congratulations to the new members on their accomplishment. It takes a lot of hard work to complete the ACCA program. My congratulations also to your families and employers for the support as you were immersed in preparations. In this address, I plan to build on ACCA's recent publication titled Founder's Guide for Startups and Entrepreneurs, Role of Accountancy and Finance. Accountants and entrepreneurs are so different in their training and outlook that they may seem to be from different planets. Accountants are concerned with controls and compliance, while entrepreneurs challenge the status quo. Accountants are known for caution, while entrepreneurs take risks and want to test the boundaries of possibilities. Accountants record the past, while entrepreneurs gaze at the future. Accountants cherish stability, while entrepreneurs relish disruption. So, what can accountants give entrepreneurs? One thing to note emphatically is that an entrepreneur cannot exist without a CFO, tax advisor, and internal auditor. The role of the accountant begins from the conception of a startup. The first thing an entrepreneur would want to be sure about is the viability of the venture. The business plan prepared by the accountant provides the basis for establishing the venture's technical, commercial, and financial feasibility. It contains the forecast, statement of profit and loss, statement of cash flows, and balance sheet. The business plan enables the entrepreneur to evaluate whether the venture is likely to recover the investment with the required return and turn in a profit. In addition, the annual, quarterly, and monthly revenue budget helps the entrepreneur to understand the sales volume and sales trend. The cash budget reveals any cash deficit that must be plugged to be able to pay the vendors and employees on time. Competition analysis helps the entrepreneur appreciate the strengths and weaknesses of the business in comparison to the industry peers. Ventures need money to run. Unquestionably, no one understands money better than an accountant. New businesses must raise capital for long-term and short-term purposes. Long-term capital goes into investments that are expected to pay back over many years. These include investments in research and development, brand building, customer acquisition, and plant and equipment. Short-term capital or working capital is necessary to keep the daily activities going by paying employees, vendors, and taxes on the scheduled dates. Maintaining an appropriate balance between long-term investment and working capital is necessary to ensure liquidity, solvency, and profitability. It's natural that an entrepreneur should want the business to grow fast. Rapid growth stretches to limit staff, systems, controls, and cash flows. We have seen many examples of once seemingly successful ventures that attempted to grow too quickly but ended in collapse. Accountants will be able to advise on how to grow in a balanced and sustainable manner. In their anxiety to keep the business afloat, entrepreneurs are often tempted to raise funds on unfavorable terms, such as low valuation, high interest rate, accelerated repayment schedule, and excessively restrictive covenants. The CFO takes a careful look at the terms to see how they will affect profitability, financial flexibility, and sustainability of the business. Internal audit provides insights into acts of omission and commission that adversely affect operational efficiency and profitability. The internal auditor provides assurance that the internal control systems of a business are sound in design and effective in operation. The board of a startup often consists of technical experts who may have little understanding of or interest in or both financial controls. Accounting systems and budgets are important for every business. They are crucial for a new venture that has a low margin for error in cash management, capital planning, product pricing, or capital budgeting. The internal auditor provides comfort to the entrepreneur that the plumbing and wiring is safe so that the entrepreneur can focus on the business. We know that a startup takes a loss early to win market share for a new product or service. However, a business that burns cash cannot carry on for long. The finance and accounting people provide a path to profitability so that the entrepreneur's story can hope to have a good ending. Entrepreneurs often don't have much business acumen and would need help in presenting their business case. The accountant plays a key role in negotiating with banks and investors on behalf of the entrepreneur by highlighting the strengths and risks of the business. It's important to present the prospects and problems fairly to avoid any misunderstandings and disputes later. Ventures need to have in place ethical standards and governance mechanisms. There have been reports of misleading financial reporting, especially overstatement of revenue, improper related party transactions, and even money laundering in some ventures. Investors trust entrepreneurs to do the right thing and to provide them with relevant and reliable information in a timely manner. Credible reporting is as crucial to the success of a venture as the quality of its products and services. Again, compliance with tax laws and domestic and international regulations is indispensable. The accountants understand the importance of these matters more than anyone else and helps in meeting the requirements. I would like to conclude by stressing the role of ethics and integrity in the life of an accountant. No accounting impropriety is possible unless the CFO, internal auditor, or external auditor, or all of them, compromises on ethics. So, always do the right thing, no matter what it costs. You will be amply rewarded for it. I wish you the very best in your professional and personal endeavors. Thanks once again to ACCA for inviting me. Hopefully, you will remember this as an event where you not only got your graduation, but you also realized the importance of steadfast adherence to the truth and dharma. All the best to you.
Thank you, sir, for such an enlightening speech. And let's hear a big round of applause again, ladies and gentlemen. We now move to another topic which is very close to ACCA, financial literacy and inclusion. ACCA members came together to create a 4-year program for school students from grade 6 to grade 9 on various aspects of managing, protecting, and investing their money. After a successful pilot program in schools, we have now partnered with 𝒎𝒏 Vidya Vahini to take this program to schools across India, especially addressing the needs of students from an underprivileged background. I would like to invite Karuna Munshi, Director at 𝒎𝒏 Vidya Vahini, to kindly come on the stage and speak about how financial literacy is integral to empowering communities and how together we are looking to play our part. Karuna ma'am, may I request you to come on the stage? Let's give a big round of applause, everyone.
Good afternoon and greetings from Prashantinilayam, Sri Sathya Sai district of Andhra Pradesh. And to the class of ACCA 2024, congratulations. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Well done. It's a great milestone in your lives, personal and professional, and therefore it deserves to be celebrated. At Sri Sathya Sai Vidya Vahini, we serve our great nation in many ways to empower rural teachers and therefore their students by leveraging India's digital transformation. I urge you to look us up online at srisatyaSaiVidyaVahini.org, and what I will do to make it easy for you is to share this with Barsha, who might circulate it. I will request her to circulate it amongst the members. Currently, we serve lakhs of schools and therefore millions of children across India who currently access our digital content, academic scholastic content made by experts who work around the world as volunteers on a digital platform, the content management system, which is a digital assembly line. And this is shared with the world through the Government of India's portal called 𝒎𝒑𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒕𝒆𝒅, where 𝒑𝒑𝒑𝒑𝒑𝒑 is an acronym. It stands for Digital Infrastructure for Sharing Knowledge, or Knowledge Sharing. Our national footprint extends across the length and breadth of our great country, from anywhere in Nagaland, Manipur, Assam, Mizoram, to Daman, Diu, Lakshadweep, Andaman, Nicobar, Ladakh, Leh, Udhampur, Pulwama, Baramulla, Sopore, all places between Kanyakumari and Kashmir, as well as Bangalore North, where we are seated right now. We also work with the Niti Aayog on the Honorable Prime Minister's Transformation of Aspirational Districts program. And under this, we are also currently working with the IIT in Madras, just starting a collaboration to use their the app that has been released during G20 called Bhashini Anuvad to translate all of this content into multiple vernacular languages. Our content on 𝒑𝒑𝒑𝒑 is consumed by teachers regardless of the urban-rural divide. Government of India statistics verify this. However, our personal follow-up on schools that we directly engage with indicates that most of the children who benefit from this stupendous education reform are first-generation learners who often come from unimaginably difficult circumstances. This picture grows even more dismal under our Niti Aayog collaboration, where we work in the aspirational districts. It's a very nice word, a term for the most backward of backward districts. The ground reality in the aspirational districts is grim. Millions of these children face the danger of growing up illiterate, ill-informed, and unprepared for a healthy or productive future. Not only do they lack foundational literacy and numeracy, it's their understanding of money which is entirely skewed. Our relationships in life are based on our understanding of the entity we are trying to relate to. And our relationship with money can begin only when we understand money. The existential question to ask is, do we work for money, or can we make money work for us? And no one can answer that better than this room full of very competent accountants. The 𝒎𝒏 𝐻𝐿 project is honored to partner with ACCA for its outstanding financial literacy program, which we found to be well designed from pedagogy point of view, interestingly presented in a fun, colorful, and relatable and interactive manner. I'm here to thank ACCA for sharing this gold mine of learning modules that have the potential to salvage an entire generation of Indians, especially disadvantaged millions, by helping them to understand money well and perhaps thereafter develop a healthy relationship with money. To pilot this effort, we have been working with the ACCA towards training master trainers in several rural schools under the 𝒎𝒏 banner, including in Palayam Kottai and Salem in Tamil Nadu, and Macharla and Puttaparthi in Andhra Pradesh. Most of these students come from a rural background, and as I said, most of them are first-generation learners. Starting the academic year June 24, there will be a designated focus on including ACCA-designed financial literacy modules at these schools and others, so that their relationship with money grows from being transactional, situational, to a healthy and sustainable one, where they can value it enough, understand it well enough to make it work for them. Poverty is a huge curse, and the only way we can turn things around is through education that is digital, barriers-free, and universally accessible. Thank you, ACCA, for reposing enough confidence in 𝒎𝒏 𝐻𝐿 to take your well-designed FinLit treasure to millions of students across India and to their families through the FinLit festivals we have planned. We hope to inaugurate the first ever ACCA-powered FinLit festival in a school not far from here. And for this, I would love to invite all of you and the ACCA leadership, from 𝒎𝒔𝒕 to Sumanti to Barsha to all of you, to join us as we take a step forward towards financial sustainability of the underprivileged. We will count on ACCA members to educate even the parents and siblings on the pertinent aspects of financial literacy, because there are enough Ponzi, chit fund, pyramid schemes that can make an already bad situation worse. While I wish all of you the very best of success in your future as ACCA members, I appeal to your hearts to continue to support the glorious ACCA vision of community service by taking FinLit to larger communities. All of us here at the Taj today are so privileged in life. As it is said, to whom much is given, much is expected. Let's carry forward some of our blessings and together make a measurable impact in the lives of those who have very little. And make it universal so there is no discrimination, and every child underprivileged, every woman and man underprivileged has access to this knowledge. Let us love all and serve all. On behalf of 𝒎𝒏 𝐻𝐿, a unit of the 𝒎𝒏 Central Trust based out of Prasanthi Nilayam, I thank you most sincerely for this opportunity. Namaste and congratulations once again.
Thank you, Karuna ma'am. I'm certain with this partnership, we will be able to make a difference not only in the lives of the students, but also to their families and the communities at large. So all the members, please watch this space as ACCA partners with 𝒎𝒏 𝐻𝐿 to promote financial literacy in India. ACCA membership is unique, not only in its size and global reach, but also in a way that its diverse members are united by shared experience and a common set of values. We have close to 250,000 fully qualified members, and they're among the world's best qualified and most highly sought after accountants and finance professionals. It is a great honor to have with us one such member, Dinesh Jangir. Dinesh is an Indian chartered accountant and a member of ACCA with over 20 years of experience in the consulting and assurance space, serving clients across India, Middle East, Far East, and the UK. Dinesh is the first ever Global Council member of ACCA from India and also a part of the India member committee. Most recently, before joining Unicus, Dinesh led the Audit Innovation Center at KPMG in India, focusing on developing tools for external audits, as well as implementation of data analytics-driven audit approaches. Dinesh, may I please welcome you on the stage? A huge round of applause, everyone.
Thank you, Barsha. Thank you, ACCA India, for inviting me here to welcome all the new members on behalf of India Members Committee. So glad to be here celebrating this important milestone with all of you. So today is all about you, and I'm really glad to be here for celebrating this occasion with you. So a huge round of applause for all of you here. So with ACCA next to your names, I think you have enough and whatever it takes to excel at the work that you're going to be doing wherever you go, whether you get into businesses, startups, or even consulting firms like the one that I'm representing right now. And I think as you go forward, more and more you will need to see how the toolkit that you've got, as I can call it, how you're going to be applying in the work that you're going to do going forward. So really look forward to the journey ahead for all of you. But one thing you need to remember is you are not going to be alone. There's enough support and information out there to help you. And as I said, whatever you do, whether it's the research that Melanie talked about, the ACCA has done. And in fact, we've just released a book which I was also part of in a way, creating, but there's a lot of research out there for you to refer to. Plus, there's a thriving members community here as well. So you're not alone. If you need any help, do reach out to members committee, reach out to me, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of people there to help you. As a members committee, we are doing a lot. Actually, it's a thriving and really robust committee. We are doing a lot of work. Karuna ma'am has just talked about the excellent work that my fellow members committee has done on that, and you will see a lot of success. And this is the way, as an ACCA, we are contributing to the community, and we are living up to our vision, right? We are force for public good. In fact, I want all of you to say we are force for public good. Can you just repeat this with me? We are force for public good. So you need to, as you go into the membership, I think you need to just understand a little bit more, what does it really mean in your day-to-day life? How do you live with the purpose and value that we've set for ourselves? And this is a good time, I think, to remind you of the values of ACCA. Inclusion, integrity, and innovation. I think these three words are extremely, extremely relevant in whatever you do, as I said. Inclusion, we give equal opportunity to everyone. We treat everyone with respect. Integrity, we do the right thing. Enough has been talked about on integrity, so I'm not going to elaborate more. But it's doing basically the right thing or when nobody's looking. Yeah? And innovation, again, my personal example is where I led the Audit Innovation Center at KPMG. How technology, meant that we were able to do audit with the use of system from, let's say, and able to then cut down hours and hours that we're spending doing manual work. So how do you increase the work that you do with the use of technology is a great example of innovation. And going forward, I think more and more projects that we're doing as part of the members committee, and I would like all of you to be part of that. And in fact, I was sharing with the ACCA team that it's a shame that we have only one member in the Global Council from India. So I would really see how all of you can be part of
the council as you go forward in your journey, but really looking forward to the success from here on. So my advice is, it's just a stepping stone. Life, I mean, the professional career has just begun. There's a lot to be done, and just keep it modest and be humble. And as I said, and everybody said, the learning is going to continue every time, every phase of your career. So keep the learning hat on. And pick your specific areas. And there have been a lot of discussion around sustainability in ESG. There's an amazing opportunity out there for all of you sitting here. There is an opportunity around things like data analytics, things like digital. So focus on your sweet spots and do a great thing as you go forward in your career. So those were some of my advice, and glad to be here celebrating with you. If there is anything that members committee can do for you, please do reach out. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Dinesh. We will now begin our felicitation ceremony of our members and global rank holders. May I request Melanie to come on the stage to do the honors. The FCCA status is the highest achievement awarded to ACCA members after 5 years of continuous membership and continuous professional development compliance. FCCA status represents a member's extensive experience and long-term commitment to professionalism and ethics. We are proud to have amongst us members who have achieved their FCCA status in 2023. I would like to call upon Afshan China. Afshan is Senior Executive AR Inventory at Buzz Retail India. As an ACCA member, she has gained understanding of artificial intelligence by augmenting her ability to learn, analyze, innovate, predict, and make informed decisions. Afshan. Babu is CEO at Kapan School. He's a proud member of ACCA and has been working closely with future members, providing them with guidance and support for progressing through the ACCA qualification. Congratulations, Babu. A huge round of applause, please, everyone. Next is Dinu S. Dinu is senior at Ernst & Young. ACCA membership has played a tremendous role in her progression through her career, bringing her recognition and visibility. Congratulations, Dinu. Next, Habib. Habib Rahiman KP. Habib is Academic Director at ELANS. The knowledge and continuous support from ACCA has enriched him in finding his purpose of career as an academician. Next, Mohammad Jafar B. Jafar is Audit Manager at Bhavan Cybertech. FCCA status has been a feather in his cap, giving a sense of pride and honor amongst his colleagues. It is a testament to his commitment and dedication towards the profession. A huge round of applause for Jafar. I'd now like to call upon Nidhish Prasad Singh. Nidhish is Vice President at 𝒎𝒐𝒔𝒂𝒊𝒕𝒆𝒅 India Group. ACCA membership has provided him with accounting and professional insights, which help him stay ahead of the curve in the fast-changing accounting and finance landscape. Next, Nitish Agarwal. Nitish is Assistant Manager at 𝒎𝒑s India. ACCA membership has equipped him with the professional competence in the assurance field and provided him with an edge while dealing with his clients. 𝒕𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒕𝒆���R. Rajiv is consultant at KPMG. ACCA qualification has been a transformative force in his career, catapulting him to new heights of success, from the technical expertise gained to the ethical foundation instilled and global network accessed. Every facet of ACCA journey has contributed to his professional development. 𝒎𝒑 Amar, ACCA membership has helped her get up to speed with everything that is happening in the world of AI and how it is changing the landscape of finance and accounting. Huge round of applause, everyone. Don't stop clapping, please. 𝒎𝒑 Palaniswamy. 𝒎𝒑 is senior faculty at Global FTI. ACCA membership has helped him stay informed and also instill the confidence to be successful in his role. Varun Kamra. Varun is an ACCA tutor. As an ACCA member, by embracing new technologies such as blockchain, AI, and cloud computing, he believes member can reduce fraud and streamline the accounting and auditing process. Huge round of applause, please. Yitesh Phalla. Yitesh is director at Mercurius Corporate Advisory Services. ACCA membership has enriched his career growth by providing him with a globally relevant skill that helps him demonstrate high standards of professionalism. I will now like to call upon all the ACCA new members, and I'm starting with Arju Khasgiwala. Arju is Senior Executive at GI Outsourcing. She believes that ACCA membership has made her ethically considerate, confident, and ready towards the age of AI and sustainability. Next, Arush. Arush is Specialist Risk Reporting and Provisioning at Commerce Bank AG. Leveraging his financial expertise, he plans to advocate for sustainable and ethical practices. Next, Abhishek. Abhishek Hitin Bakshi is a consultant and believes that ACCA membership has helped him stay relevant in the constantly changing and challenging landscapes. Huge round of applause, everyone. Let's not be lazy. Abhishek Kashyap is next. Abhishek is the founder of Kashyap Puri and Associates. ACCA's global reach has equipped him with a diverse skill set and cross-cultural understanding, enabling him to excel in complex accounting and auditing environments. Abhin Vincent is next. Abhin believes that ACCA is a great step towards his career goals and will help him add value to society and in nation building. Aditya Kumar is next. Aditya is Assistant Manager at KPMG Global Services. With ACCA membership, he is able to adapt to digital transformation, embrace AI, and understand its ethical implications. Next is Aishwarya N. Aishwarya is Senior at KPMG. From coaching to funding, she has a vision to provide educational assistance to those from weaker backgrounds. Next is Ajit George. Ajit is Senior Accountant at Travel and Allied Services Co. ACCA membership has equipped him with the skills to navigate the integration of AI technologies in financial practices. Akhiljeet A. Akhiljeet is Assistant Manager at EY. He is looking to contribute to the creation of public value by promoting good corporate governance, supporting economic development. Big round of applause. Next is Akhileshwar. Akhileshwar plans to be an active member and contribute to the public good with his ACCA membership. A huge round of applause, please. Next is Akshata DP. Akshata is the lead for accounting at Atkin Realist Private Limited. With the CPD program for members, she continues to gain in-depth knowledge on all that is going on in the trends of finance and accounting. Next, Al-Azhar Rasool Wali. He is tax associate at 𝒎𝒑 Accounting Limited and contributes his time to non-profit organizations and is passionate about planting trees. Next, Alan Matthew. Alan is finance manager at Code of Duty Innovations, Trivandrum. ACCA has equipped him with technical proficiency, ethical grounding, global awareness, and strategic thinking. Next, Amit Majumdar. Amit is assistant manager at KPMG. ACCA membership has provided him with exposure to the various industry-based best practices, especially on engaging with AI. Anand Vasudevan is next. Anand is audit senior at KPMG. ACCA membership has helped him release his dreams and career goals. Next is Anjush Bijoy. Anjush is audit senior at Ernst & Young. ACCA has paved the way to bridge the knowledge gap between AI and technical accounting knowledge. It helps him deliver on the needs of his organization. Next is Anmol Arora. Anmol is the audit senior at KPMG Global Services. ACCA membership is the best thing that ever happened to him. Next is Arvind Bhardwaj Sedar. He is senior financial analyst at Atkins Realist. With ACCA membership, he has strengthened financial planning skills and decision-making skills. Arushi Arora is next. Arushi is senior auditor at QX Global Services. She is planning to perform her job in the best possible way so that the public gets a true and fair view of the financial statements of organizations. Next is Arvind KS. Arvind is assistant manager at EY, and with the knowledge of AI solutions, he will provide more accurate financial forecasts, risk assessments, and strategic recommendations to his clients. Ashi Goyal is next. Ashi is associate at 𝒎𝒑. Her ACCA membership has provided her with fresh ways to tackle changes well brought up by AI and technology. Ashish Upadhyay is next. Ashish is associate at 𝒎𝒑. ACCA membership has helped him gain a new outlook towards challenges of the future. Ashray Kudva. Ashray is audit senior at EY, and ACCA membership has equipped him with the knowledge, adaptability, and confidence to be open to new challenges. Ashwin P. Surendran. Ashwin is senior auditor at KPMG. He looks forward to deliver quality with his work and upholding the ethical values. Aslam Nawaz is next. Aslam is Senior Audit Associate at Alliant Group India. He looks forward to use his knowledge gained to help his peers and counterparts to succeed in their goals. Aviral Gupta. Aviral is manager at Ernst & Young. He feels that being part of a globally recognized body is something that cannot be expressed in words. Big round of applause, please. Next is Bejin Benny. Bejin is audit senior at KPMG. Next is Bharat Bhatnagar. Bharat is senior auditor at KPMG. ACCA's Code of Conduct and Ethics as its core principles and that encourages him to remain on the learning curve at all times. Brinda Gunasekaran is next. Brinda is Audit Senior at Ernst & Young. ACCA membership helps her to obtain better understanding over AI and sustainability and play her role in the changing landscape. Next is 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒕𝒆𝒅 Fernandez. 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒕𝒆𝒅 is Senior Auditor at KPMG Global Services. ACCA membership has helped him upskill, network, and provide support to stakeholders in the most efficient manner. Cyril P. Andrews is next. A big round of applause for Cyril. He is Senior Auditor at Ernst & Young. Darshini K. is next. ACCA membership has helped Darshini equip not just her technical skills but also her problem-solving skills. A big round of applause, please. Deepanshi Jain is next. Deepanshi is Tax Senior Associate at Atlassian India LLP. With ACCA membership, she has been able to apply her learning at the workplace. Dhaval Rajesh Padi. Dhaval is Accounts Manager at FPA EduTech Private Limited. The professional development program from ACCA has helped him to upgrade his knowledge and keep with the current trends. Next, 𝒎𝒕 𝐻𝐿. Disha is Audit Senior at KPMG. With the membership, she can drive the notion of smart working rather than hard working by using AI to her advantage. Next, Divya Girdhar. Divya is Assurance Senior at BDO Rise. ACCA membership has empowered her to provide efficient audit services through the expertise and knowledge attained through this qualification. Next, Fahad Naeem Kagdi. Fahad is Business Advisory Specialist at ACES LLP. As an ACCA member, he has gained a solid foundation in finance and accounting, coupled with a forward-thinking approach. G. Radhika is next. Radhika is Audit Manager at Ernst & Young. ACCA has allowed her to explore the various domains of finance and accounting. Garima Bajaj is next. Garima is Audit Senior at BDO. She will be leveraging her financial expertise for the public good by promoting transparency, ethical practices, and sustainable financial strategies. Big round of applause, everyone. Gitin Matthew George. Gitin is Senior Auditor at KPMG. ACCA membership has prepared him for success in the dynamic landscape of finance and accounting by fostering technological proficiency. Haritha B.H. Haritha is Senior at EY. ACCA membership has provided her with skills to provide accurate financial forecasts and undertake risk assessments. Harsh Gupta is next. Harsh is Executive at Deloitte India. ACCA membership has empowered him with practical skills to integrate AI tools for data analysis and sustainability metrics. Harshit Mogra. Harshit is Team Leader at QX Global Group. ACCA membership has supported him with a strong network of individuals in the world of accounting and finance. Harshit Sachan. Harshit is Senior Auditor at KPMG. He is looking forward to giving back to the community with ACCA membership. Hussain Raj. Hussain is Management Accountant at Blenheim Callcott. Being an ACCA member has helped him get in the role which he desired, that is, which involves innovation in the finance process. Hyson Baby. Hyson is Audit Experienced Associate at BDO Rise. He looks forward to following ACCA's code of ethics and maintain professionalism throughout his career. Isha Agarwal is next. Isha is Senior Associate Auditor at KPMG Global Services. ACCA has helped her foster adaptability, which is crucial in the evolving landscape of AI and technology. Ishita Jain is next. Ishita is Audit Assistant Manager at BDO Rise. She has learned analytical and strategic skills with ACCA membership. Jayant Kumar is next. Jayant is Audit Senior at Ernst & Young. He looks forward to guiding young minds to progress in the finance sector. Jeevan James. Jeevan is Audit Senior at Ernst & Young. With ACCA membership, he looks forward to develop transparency, making sure that the public know about the financial status of organizations and take informed decisions. Job John Matthew is next. Job is Senior Auditor at Ernst & Young. In the landscape where responsible AI usage and sustainable business practices are paramount, ACCA has helped him develop a foundation of ethical decision-making. Jomon Joy. Jomon is Manager Internal Financial Controls at Aster DM Healthcare. He will imbibe ACCA values of professionalism and ethics in every aspect of his life. Joseph Bakar Fenn. Joseph is a tax associate at KPMG Global Services. He wishes to be an advocate for the profession and set an example for the future generations. Jyoti Agrawal. Jyoti is Manager in Audit at Ernst & Young. She would work to promote the values of the qualification amongst her peers. Kanika Gandhi is next. Kanika is Assurance Senior at Ernst & Young GDS. ACCA membership has empowered her to provide efficient audit services through the expertise and knowledge she has gained. Karan Rai. Karan is Senior at KPMG. ACCA membership has been pivotal in aligning corporate objectives with sustainability, and that is the skill that he's learned. Karthik Mahajan. Karthik is Senior Process Associate at Epic Investment Partners. ACCA has helped him gain an understanding of business and how accounting and finance works in the real world. Kavya Sumati Nagarajan. Kavya is Audit Assistant Manager at EY GDS. ACCA has helped her enhance professional values, standards, competence, and ethics. Kevin Nilesh Shah. Kevin is Associate Consultant, Business Consulting Risk at EY. Having high moral and ethical standards along with a sharp attitude is what the membership has enriched with him. Komal Yadav. The comprehensive and adaptable nature of ACCA qualification has provided Komal with a diverse toolkit that she believes will be crucial in her success. Kriti. Kriti is Senior Analyst as Blackstone. She will focus on promotion of financial literacy and growth for the public good. Big round of applause, everyone. Kush Hinduja. Kush is executive at KPMG Global Services. ACCA membership enhanced his technical skills in financial management and reporting. Lakshmi Narsimhan Ramasubramaniam. Lakshmi is Independent Testing Specialist at Wells Fargo. He wishes to take the knowledge of finance accessible and easy to everyone. Lakshya Mehta. Lakshya is Senior Auditor at KPMG Global Services. She wishes to develop a learning mindset to position herself for success in the future. Leslie Vincent Walder. Leslie is Audit Senior at Ernst & Young. Being an ACCA member has opened up a world of opportunities for him. Lubna Khanum. Lubna is Associate Consultant at KPMG India. ACCA membership helped her in achieving goals set by her organization on AI and sustainability. Mahima John. Mahima is Audit Senior at KPMG. ACCA membership has made her stronger in her technical knowledge on accounting. Malin Bharat Kumar. Malin is Assistant Finance Manager at 𝐍𝐞𝐰 Technologies. ACCA membership has helped him stay relevant, informed, and well prepared to navigate the evolving industry trends. Meenakshi Bharwani. Meenakshi is Director at PFC Education. She believes that the future-ready curriculum addresses the requirements of today's employers. Midhun Anu. Midhun is a consultant global audit delivery at Grant Thornton Advisory. He aspires to contribute to the development of new technologies that can simplify and minimize risks. Mispa Banu is next. Mispa is Audit Senior at KPMG Global Services. His goal is to be ethical and act with integrity in his role as external auditor, which in turn will help the general public. Mohammad Javed. Javed is Director Operations at Prodat IT Solutions India. He plans to leverage ACCA membership to contribute to transparent financial practices. Mona Nisha. Mona is Audit Executive at RGN Price & Co. With ACCA membership, she is equipped to steer green investments, evaluate environmental effects, and promote a future where profit and environment coexist. Mohammad Jasir Jalil. Jasir is consultant at 𝒎𝒑. Empowered with ACCA, he plans to use his financial expertise for public good by promoting ethical practices. Mujtaba Nasi. He is consultant at Grant Thornton Bharat LLP. ACCA membership has helped him to broaden his way of thinking and change his mindset. Munkar Chaitra. Munkar is Audit Senior at KPMG. She commits to making ethical decisions which will help her in her professional and private life as well. Nand Gopal MR. He is Senior Analyst at Ernst & Young. With ACCA membership that he has gained a solid foundation in both traditional and AI-driven financial practices. Neel Kamal Bhardwaj is next. Neel is Reporting Professional at Swiss Re. He will drive accountability and accuracy of financial reporting, thereby serving multiple stakeholders in society at large. Big round of applause, everyone, please. Nileshish Poddar. Nileshish Poddar has not only gained technical accounting skills but also developed strategic business acumen with ACCA membership. Neeraj Nagraj. Neeraj is Audit Senior at 𝒎𝒑. He commits to be honest and true to his auditing skills. A big round of applause, please, for Neeraj. Neha Murthy is next. Neha is Assistant Finance Manager Technology at London Stock Exchange Group. Neha Vats. Neha is Audit Senior at Ernst & Young. Big round of applause, please. Nivedita Swaminathan. Nivedita is Senior Associate at Goldman Sachs. Big round of applause for Nivedita. Nevin Varghese Thomas. Nevin is Advanced Analyst at Ernst & Young GDS. Nicole Ann Johnson. Nicole is Senior at EY. Big round of applause for Nicole, everyone. Nidhi Alshi. Nidhi is partner at Nitin Alshi and Associates. She aims to support the MSMEs to cope with the challenges that they face. Next is Niharika Gupta. Niharika is Senior Audit Associate at RSM US LLP. Nikita Dokai is next. Nikita is Senior Consultant at Ernst & Young. Nimish Beriwal is next. Nimish is Associate Product at Genesis Artificial Intelligence Private Limited. Olivia Biju. Olivia is Audit Associate at Grant Thornton Indus. Next is Palak Garg. Palak is Audit Senior at EY GDS. Nipun Joshi. Nipun is Audit Manager at Ernst & Young. He aims to be ethical in the services that he will provide to his clients at all times. Palak Harlakha is next. Palak is Deputy Manager at Marsh McLennan Global Services India. Next is Palak Rana. Palak Rana is ACCA faculty at 𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒕𝒆𝒅. She commits to utilizing her financial expertise for greater good. Parul Ashish Bhanvadia is next. I'm so sorry. Parul Ashish Bhanvadia. Parul is Assistant Professor at Veer Narmad South Gujarat University. ACCA membership has provided her with a community of professionals to keep her connected and abreast of the trends in the world of accountancy. Piyush Bansal is next. Piyush is Senior at EY. KPMG membership has helped him explore how sustainability can be key to good business practices. Piyush Rupchandani is next. Piyush is Senior Consultant at Grant Thornton Advisory Private Limited. Purna Singhal. Purna is Senior Auditor at Ernst & Young. Big round of applause, please. Prachi. Prachi is Financial Controller Analyst at JP Morgan. Prerna Mayur Khadche is next. Prerna is Manager Finance at Decimal Point Analysis Private Limited. She aims to emphasize the importance of ethical behavior. Purnima Surana. Purnima is Senior at EY. Next is Radhika Raghavan. Radhika is Assistant Manager at Ernst & Young. Big round of applause, everyone, please. Let the applause continue. Rajveer Singh Oberoi. Rajveer is Finance Business Partner at Randstad Offshore Services. Ranjana 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒕𝒆����. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing correctly. Ranjana is Senior Consultant at Lead EPM. Next is Ranjit Verghese. Ranjit is Audit Executive at KPMG. Ravina George is next. Ravina is Manager at FinBooks Matrix Private Limited. Big round of applause, everyone. Riddhi Dinesh Sutar. ACCA has empowered Riddhi to navigate emerging trends and contribute to sustainable financial practices. Rishabh Jain is next. Rishabh is Senior at Deloitte, offices of the US in India. Rishabh Kumar. Rishabh is Senior Manager at Airtel International LLP. Ria Khera is next. Ria is Associate at Grant Thornton Indus. Ria Manoj is next. Ria is Senior Associate at KPMG. S. Manasa is next. She is Lead Financial Analyst at Thomson Reuters. A big round of applause, please. To those members who have already taken their certificates, I would request you to please remain seated. Saransh Gupta. Saransh is Financial Due Diligence Associate at RSM Delivery Center Private Limited. Sabina Saji. Sabina is Senior Assistant Manager at Grant Thornton. Sakina Bora. Sakina is Senior Associate at Munle Venkatraman and Associates. Saksham Sultania. Saksham is Director at Ramakon Paper Products Private Limited. A big round of applause to Sakina and Saksham. Sakshi Pandey is next. Sakshi is Audit Assistant Manager at Grant Thornton. Sakshi William is next. Sakshi is Consultant at EY Global. Salim Hanouf is next. Salim is Audit Senior at EY. Saloni Jaiswal is next. Saloni is Audit Senior at KPMG Resource Center. Sanish Saji Thomas is next. Sanish is Consultant at Deloitte. Sarang Raj is next. Sarang is Executive at KPMG. Sarthak Sachdeva is next. Sarthak is Audit Executive at KPMG. Satish Kumar G is next. Satish is Senior Finance Manager at Shell. Shikha is Assurance Senior at EY Global Delivery Services. Next is Shivani P. Shivani is Assistant Manager BPNA at 𝒎𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒕𝒆𝒅 Realtors Private Limited. 𝒎𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒕𝒆𝒅 is next. 𝒎𝒂𝒂 is Audit Senior at KPMG Global Services. Shrishti Sharma. Shrishti is an associate at 𝒎𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒕𝒆𝒅. Next is Shruti Chaudhary. Shruti is Audit Senior at KPMG. Shubham Madan is next. Shubham is Analyst at KPMG Global Services. Shubham Sethi is next. Shubham is Managing Partner at Growth Drive Consulting. Sidil Azad is next. May I request everyone to remain seated and please give a big round of applause. 𝒎𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒕𝒆𝒅 is next. Sidil is Senior Associate at Cognizant Technology Solutions. A big round of applause, please, everyone. 𝒎𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒕𝒆𝒅 is Senior Auditor at KPMG. Simran Makkar is next. Simran now has the platform to network with fellow members. Sneha Philip is next. Sneha is Audit Senior Associate at Video Rise. Sonali Agrawal. Sonali is Senior Consultant at Ernst & Young. Soumya Kannan. Soumya is Assistant Vice President at Barclays Global Services Center. Sriram Prabhu. Sriram is Senior Executive Consultant at Deloitte. A big round of applause for Sriram, everyone. Srilata K is next. Srilata is Deputy Manager at Kotak Mahindra Bank. Next is Suhail KK. Suhail is Senior Lecturer for ACCA. Please give him a big round of applause. Tanu Pandey is next. I would just like everyone to remain seated. We will have a group photographs towards the end. Please get back to your seats. Tanu is Audit Senior at Ernst & Young LLP. Tanvi Rustagi. Tanvi is Internal Control Analyst at Here.com. Tanya Susan Thomas. Tanya is Consultant at KPMG Assurance and Consulting. Tavleen Kaur. Tavleen is Semi-Senior Auditor at BDO. Tejas Warrior. Tejas is semi-senior auditor at KPMG Assurance and Consulting Services. 𝒎𝒔𝐿 Shah is next. Ujash is associate at AMPH Moores Rowland Advisory. Next is Urmila D. Bajaj. Urmila is accountant at Talreja Engineering Solutions. Uttara Ji is next. Uttara is forensic accountant at Assets Holding Limited. A big round of applause, please. Vamsi Krishna Siripurapu. Vamsi is associate consultant at KPMG India. Vanshika Agrawal. Vanshika is Accounts Finalization Executive at Outbooks Outsourcing. Vikram Sharma is next. Vikram is Audit Senior at KPMG Global Services. Yashaswini M is next. Yashaswini is Senior Associate at PwC. Thank you. Next is Yuvraj. Yuvraj is Assistant Manager at Ernst & Young. Akhila Bose is next. Akhila is Senior Audit Associate at PwC STC. A big round of applause, everyone. That were all of our new members who are present today from the year 2023. A big congratulations to all of you. Now it is time for us to honor our global rank holders, and I'm asking Melanie to remain on the stage for just a few more minutes. This is no ordinary achievement. They have worked hard and made not only their families but their entire ACCA community proud. Put your hands together as we call them on the stage. Alisha Ruth Saldana, who scored globally second in financial management paper. Put your hands together for Aman Kumar, who scored globally ranked 3 in strategic business reporting. Apurva M is next. Let's give a big round of applause to Apurva, who scored rank 3 in advanced audit and assurance paper. Ashwina Ganesamurthy is next. Asvina Ganesha Murthy scored 3rd rank in Strategic Business Leader. Big round of applause, please. It is not easy. We all know it. Ayush Divyesh Sa. He scored the 1st rank in taxation globally. Chilakapati Nikita Chaudhary. She scored 3rd rank globally in advanced performance management. Dhanvat S. Dhanvat scored 2nd rank in taxation globally. Grace Maria Gibby. She scored 2nd rank in financial management globally. Naman. Naman scored 2nd rank in financial reporting globally. Raghav Goyal. Raghav Goyal scored 2nd rank in taxation. worldwide. Hrithik Jain scored first rank in strategic business reporting. A big round of applause, please, for Hrithik. The applause must continue for Rohan Jain, who also scored first rank in performance management. Rupam Bardia is next. Rupam scored the first rank again in advanced financial management. Let's give a big round of applause, Rupam. 𝒎𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒕𝒆𝒅 is next. Sanika is next. Rupam, please collect your certificate. Big round of applause. First rank in advanced financial management for Rupam. 𝒎𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒕𝒆𝒅 is next. Third rank in audit and assurance paper. Huge congratulations, Sanika. Strategic business reporting, third rank by Tony Benny. Tony Benny, a huge round of applause, everyone, for Tony. First rank in audit and assurance. First rank in audit and assurance. Our last recipient of the award goes to Vasant Karthik Bharat. Big round of applause for Vasant for first rank in audit and assurance. Many congratulations to all of you. Many thanks to Melanie. A big round of applause to Melanie. She's been such a sport standing there for such a long time. Thank you, Melanie. Many congratulations to all of you, our FCCA's new members as well as global rank holders. Before I call upon 𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒕𝒆𝒅 Ahuja for a vote of thanks, may I request all of you to kindly be seated, please? We will proceed with the group photos at the end of the ceremony. So if there's anybody outside, I'd like to kindly call them inside. Please be seated. Let's be patient for a few more minutes. I would now like to request 𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒕𝒆𝒅 Ahuja to kindly come on the stage to deliver the vote of thanks. 𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒕𝒆𝒅 Ahuja is Associate Director at ACCA. His current role builds over 24 years of experience. Working for ACCA, he has held roles in corporate relations, business development, and led new projects to contribute to the accountancy profession. He is now focused on developing partner networks and stakeholder relationships to support upcoming professional accountants in India. Big round of applause to 𝒂𝒂𝒊𝒕𝒆𝒅 for the vote of thanks. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. It's still evening. Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm glad I'm trying to wake some people up. Ladies and gentlemen, as we draw the curtains on this momentous occasion, I stand before you with a profound sense of gratitude and admiration. Today, we have gathered not just to celebrate achievements, but to honor the relentless pursuit and unwavering commitment that each one of you embarked upon towards becoming an esteemed ACCA member. Your journey began with a promise to yourselves, a vision of perseverance and dedication. And you have demonstrated that the first steps towards success, though it is daunting, it's decisive, and it's your tenacity that has seen you through. It is my distinct pleasure to extend my heartfelt thanks to each of you for gracing us with your presence today, as we recognize and applaud our budding finance professionals who are going to be the future vanguards of leadership and innovation. A special note of gratitude to Ms. Melanie Prophet, ACCA Vice President, whose words of appreciation and inspiration have left an indelible mark. Your acknowledgement of the unique challenges faced by new members amidst this, there's unprecedented pressures. It resonates deeply, and we join you in celebrating the remarkable achievements. Today's celebration is further elevated by the esteemed presence of certain dignitaries. I extend deepest gratitude to Dr. Amar Patnaik, Honorable Member of Parliament, Rajya Sabha, Shri Subhash Chandra Garg, former Finance and Economics Affairs Secretary, Government of India, for enriching this event with valuable insights, and their esteemed company. I thank Professor R. Narayanaswamy, member of the NFRA and eminent finance faculty at the Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore, and Ms. Karuna Munshi, director at 𝒎𝒐𝒔𝒕 𝒎𝒑. Your presence today is a testament to the collaborative spirit that drives us. Heartfelt thanks to Dinesh 𝒎𝒑, our Global Council member, whose journey and insights serve as a beacon of inspiration for future members, young members. And thank you to all of our members and rank holders who have shared about themselves as they came on stage. The transformative role of educators in shaping the destinies of learners cannot be overstated. So I thank all of our learning partners, tutors, university partners, and thank you for your unwavering support and guidance, which becomes the backbone for all the future members' success. Our employer partners deserve special mention for nurturing this exceptional pool of talent, providing them with all the practical experiences that sculpt them into unparalleled finance professionals. I sincerely thank the entire ACC India team, and especially Mr. Mohammad Sajid Khan, whose support and visionary leadership continue to be the cornerstone for all of our endeavors in India. Sajid, your inspiration guides us to look beyond the horizon and be a force for the positive change. Thank you. Now, today's event is the direct reflection of tireless efforts and execution by my colleagues Rosie D'Souza and Sneha Guruswamy. A special mention to the thanking the contribution of Sandeep Jakhar, and all of this brought together with the immaculate work of Barsha Sharma, whose vision and planning has made this possible. Please give it up for all of these people. In closing, I'm reminded of the eloquent words of William Yeats, saying that education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. And may your pursuit of knowledge and excellence continue to burn brightly, illuminating your path and inspiring those to follow. Thank you, each and every one of you, for making today not just a celebration of achievement, but a beacon of hope and ambition for the future. ACC is proud to accompany you on your professional journey, supporting you at every turn. Thank you.
It's now time for